Hi again, Kimberly here with Knit for Brains. And this segment, I've been giving a lot of thought to this, and I wanted to talk to you about my favorite pattern designers in very specific types of crochet. So, everybody has their own favorites. I have just found that these ladies I'm about to tell you all about are the best pattern writers, instruction givers with follow-ups and tutorials, with Facebook pages and YouTube. And there was a lot of criteria that I looked at. These are my go-tos. These are my favorites that I found in 2021. The first one I'm going to talk to you about, and if you've been watching my channel, you probably already heard me gush about her, and this is Tinna. Tinna's Crochet. She is based out of Iceland, and she's the one who makes these magnificent mosaic crochet patterns. This is one of her purses that I've made. Very, very easy. Really, really good tutorials. She does them on YouTube. She also has a very dynamic, meaning very active, interactive, engaging Facebook page. She also has a lot of YouTube videos. So whether or not you purchase her patterns, you can watch her on her YouTube videos and get the hang of it. So you don't have to purchase her patterns in order to do them. You can watch them on YouTube. Personally, they're not that expensive. I think they're like $5, plus you get a discount the more you buy. You got the buy 3, get 1 free, that kind of a thing. It's well worth it. Plus, she does such an amazing job. I want to support her. So this is the Mosaic Crochet. It's the Indiana Afghan that I'm currently working on, and my work in progress segments. This is one of Tinna's patterns I'm doing right now, and it's sort of a Navajo blend of different segments. I'm using a Southwest yarn to kind of tie it all together. This is one of her patterns, and I think this might have been $5 or $6. I will include the link to her website, Tinna's Crochet, down below, as well as her Ravelry page. So Tinna is on Ravelry, has her own website, and she's also on YouTube. So this is my favorite Mosaic Crochet pattern writer, is Tinna. Tinna, she just goes by Tinna. Her last name is difficult to pronounce, so I apologize, but everybody knows her as Tinna. And if you haven't seen her videos, they're hysterical. You absolutely crack up because she's just always laughing and jolly and jovial, and she's beautiful. So this is my number one in Mosaic Crochet. For my next segment, my number one pattern writer for appliques. So if you're going to do anything like a baby blanket or baby hats or bibs, novelty, really cute ideas, you definitely want to check her out. It's called Nellies Cottage. Her name is Jen. I believe she's in Texas, and she makes the most adorable applique patterns, and they're very, very easy to understand. So for the beginner who wants to learn how to do this, I think this is pretty doable. Most of them are a series of circles. This is one of her unicorn patterns that I did. Circles, double crochets, nothing real fancy in here. Patterns are very, very well written, and they turn out the way they're supposed to. So that was the unicorn. This is one of her bears that I did. She also did this dinosaur that's absolutely awesome. I get lots and lots of requests for that pattern. She puts them out every holiday, so you can always try to get some free patterns. If you join her Facebook page, very dynamic. It's called Nellies Cottage, Nella's Cottage, and I'll include the link below. She's got a lot of really avid followers. She also has a very, very dynamic Etsy account, so you can purchase some of her completed projects, or you can purchase her patterns. She also is on Ravelry, and she also has her own website. She makes different cups and mugs and other things that you can actually purchase, but her patterns are really easy to follow, a lot of fun, Christmas and Halloween, and animals and characters, and even some Disney-like characters and things like that. So I encourage you to check her out. Nella's Cottage. Jen is my favorite pattern writer for appliques and things along these lines. So cute little novelty blankets. Nella's is my girl. The next of my favorite pattern writers is Toni Lipsey, T-O-N-I Lipsey. Her website is TL Yarn Crafts. I'll include the link below. She's also on Ravelry, and she also has a very dynamic, really good YouTube channel. Her patterns are mostly found on her website. She has got a really broad spectrum of patterns, of techniques, more of your traditional crochet. What I'm finding her to be very, very good in right now is the Tunisian crochet, which I'm attempting to learn this year. This is one of my goals, to learn it. And she actually has what she calls a crochet university that you can join, and it's free. But she has some very, very, very good tutorials on Tunisian crochet. So that's what I'm turning to her for. You can also look at, she has some pattern bundles that you can purchase. Her patterns are very easy. The pictures are nice and clear. Her YouTube channel is also very strong. I highly, highly recommend this one as well. But specifically, I'm going to her for the Tunisian crochet. This is a linen stitch, or also known as a moss stitch, that I did. And I love this. Love this. It's a scarf that I made. And it's made out of a kind of a raw cotton. So it's got some natural flaws and snags and stuff in it. I loved this yarn. And this is just a real basic linen stitch, which is just a single crochet, chain one, single crochet, and then in alternating rows, so that the next row you come in and you get this nice little V pattern going through it. She's also a pattern writer for Lion Brand, so you know that she's really good. And this is all she does full time. So this is Toni Lipsey with TL Yarn Crafts. The next pattern writer technique that I want to introduce you to, if you're not already familiar with her, is Rebecca Langford. And she has a website called Yarn and Chai. Again, she's on Etsy. She's on Ravelry. She has her own website. Everything will be listed below. If you're looking for a modern, more simplistic, but really, really pretty patterns, Afghans, hats, I encourage you to go and check out Rebecca Langford. I have found through her, I made these really cute baby hats with this herringbone stitch. Very easy to write. Her patterns are PDF, easy to follow. And this hat I can make in, gosh, probably an hour or a little bit less. So this is just one of the patterns that I have found with her. She has dishcloths and pot holders and different kinds of hats, bobble stitches. Very doable, even for the beginner, if you start with some of her patterns. I think you'll be very happy. She does have something called the pass holder area, which I purchased a while ago. It's $20. And with that, you get not only all the patterns currently in her library, but anything that she makes moving forward, any patterns that she does and creates, all go into the pass holder area and you get access to all of them. The patterns are in PDF, but they're not long, they're concise, they're formatted really well, easy to understand. When you print it out, you're not looking at printing out 72 pages. Some of the things I looked at when I was looking at the different pattern makers and thinking about making this particular video, what I wanted to portray, what was important to me. If I purchase a pattern, I like to print it out. I prefer to have it in hand as opposed to on my tablet or on my phone, just because if I'm in a bad cell zone or I'm taking on a road trip or something like that, and if your battery dies on your laptop. So I like to have patterns in the old-fashioned way. I like to have them in books, or I like to have them written down. But if I purchase a pattern and I go to print it out and it has like 80 some odd pages because of all of the pictures and the way that it's formatted, that's really bothersome for me. It's really inconvenient. So one of the criteria that I chose for this pattern maker segment was, are the patterns easy to read? Are they easy to understand? Were they written correctly with not a lot of errors? And was the pattern itself formatted in such a way that I could print it out? It was easy for me to print out, take with me, and understand. Also, if they had video tutorials as a backup or as a support for their patterns. Do they have a Facebook page or a Facebook following where other people can comment and leave other pictures and things like that? How well established are they in the social media realm? These are all things that I look for when I'm looking for a pattern or a pattern designer. So I know if I want to make an Afghan or something in Tunisian or a Mosaic or something like that, I have a pattern maker in mind that I want to go and follow. And that's what these ladies are for me. So this again is Rebecca Langford. This is Yarn and Chai. Again, you can purchase her pass holder area. It's I think $20. I will include her link below, but this is the herringbone stitch. She does a lot of this herringbone stitch, a lot of very more simplistic. She calls it modern crochet. So this isn't going to be like your granny squares and more of your intricate lacy patterns. These are going to be more functional items, tablecloths, placemats, napkins, pot holders, smaller gifty items, cup holders, pencil holders, hats, scarves, headbands, those kind of things, ear warmers, smaller projects that don't take a lot of time, that are very easy to understand. So that is the interpretation of modern crochet. And the last one in my Best of 2021 designer series is actually a mother and daughter team called Daisy Farm Crafts. They have beautiful granny square blankets, really different kinds of blankets, striped blankets with stuff from different flowers, a herringbone pattern, which is beautiful. It incorporates like maybe a red, a pink, and a white, so you get kind of that picnic blanket sort of a look. There's also sweaters and hats and things like that. Very, very simplistic website, very easy to understand. Again, the patterns are in PDF. They're not going to be extremely long or hard to get through. Very easy to print out. Has a very good YouTube following. Really good email newsletters with links included for patterns. And most of these patterns are free. And ear warmers, so similar to the modern crochet that I mentioned with Yarn and Chai and Rebecca Langford, these ladies focus a lot on blankets and baby gifts and home items and things like that. Very simple, really nice tutorials, ear warmers. They have different crochet stitches, some of their favorite stitches, very, very good instruction, information, and different videos and segments just to help you not only with that particular pattern, but maybe just general crochet stitches or general knowledge and instruction in different areas. So that is Daisy Farm Crafts, and that's their website. They're also on Ravelry. They're also on Etsy. You can purchase their patterns, but they do have a lot of patterns for free. So those are my 2021 best in pattern writers. If you're looking for Mosaic crochet, again, Tinna from Iceland does the Mosaic crochet. Her information is listed below. If you're looking for adorable appliques for blankets, baby items, or really cute novelty appliques for blankets and hats and holidays, Nellies Cottage is my go-to for that. If you're looking to get into the art of Tunisian crochet or just some real basic good general instruction, Toni Lipsey with TL Yarn Crafts is my go-to for that. If you're looking for modern crochet pieces, herringbone stitch, ear warmers, placemats, small gifty items, then Yarn and Chai, Rebecca Langford is my go-to for that as well. Well, I think that about does it for me today. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, showing you some of my little creations that I made towards the end of 2021 or throughout 2021. Some hats, some blankets, some purses. Happy crocheting. Thanks so much for watching. Please like below, subscribe, comment if you've done any of these patterns, or if you have a pattern writer that I didn't mention that I don't know about, then please comment below and let me know and I'll go and check them out. Thanks so much. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.